You're watching TVC Breakfast. Let's get to our next discussion now. After scoring over 8 million votes in the just concluded presidential election, Bola Tinubu has vowed to deliver on his promises as soon as he is sworn into presidency. With the many challenges in the country, the president-elect has assured Nigerians that all this will be in the past as long as they work with him to ensure positive development in the country. While Bola Tinubu has a proven record of making Lagos the commercial hub of Nigeria, he has promised to ensure Nigeria will be the center of attraction for all other countries around the world. Right, so joining us now in the studio to help make sense of all of these and put things in perspective is a lawyer and public affairs analyst, Jide Ologun. Jide, it's nice to have you join us.
Thank you very
Good morning.
much. It's my pleasure.
Great. And I also have political analyst and social commentator, Ziggy Ibey. Ziggy, good morning.
Thank you.
And good to see you.
Yeah.
Great.
Same here.
All right. Now, Jide, let me start with you on this. We have a president-elect, as it is, as declared by INEC, and certificate of return has been given to him according to the procedures, as the law has stated. So, as it is, Nigerians are very impatient right now from the previous administrations. In fact, since independence, Nigerians have generally been impatient because of the disappointments from administration after administration after administration and so on. And at this point, what do you see? Do you see that the time has come for Nigerians to begin to have a reset of the kind of governance that they've been looking for?
Firstly, let me congratulate the 16th president-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, and thank God for the elections. You know, right now, we already have a template in place, which is the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. It's a global thing conceived in 2015 and to be evaluated in 2030. And we have just 7 years to 2030 now. And there are 17 goals, but 3 major goals. The first one, to reduce poverty. Then the second one, to save the planet. And the third one, to ensure that by year 2030, we have peace, and prosperity in the world. And some nations are already marching on. And Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, he cannot claim not to know where Nigeria is. The problems are obvious. In fact, he swam through the ocean of these problems to emerge. And what I will say at this point is that it's like what a man told someone who was holding a butterfly and came to him, that, is this butterfly alive? And the man said, it's up to you. If I say it is dead, you open your palms, it flies out. If I say it is alive, you can crush it. Today, we are talking about president-elect. He will be sworn into office, and for the first 4 years, start counting. And I want to set an agenda and simplify it. Leader. Leader is made up of 5 letters. The first L for learning. By his age, he should be around 10 years when Nigeria gained political independence from Britain. So you learn from the past, learn from the current, learn from the future. And in the process of learning, why are you learning? To acquire wisdom and show love to the people. Then the E stands for empowerment. You see, the essence of governance is to make life meaningful for the people, all right? Improve the standard of living of the people by providing the basic amenities necessary for their prosperity. You see, we are talking about electricity, we are talking about education, we are talking about health facility, so that the agitations we have in the nation can begin to go down and we connect with the advancement going on in the world. And you talk about aspirations. What are the aspirations of the people? During these elections, we witness a lot of sentiments and things like that. Why are these sentiments there? Are these sentiments in the United Arab Emirates? Are these sentiments in the UK? You know what I mean? So, what are the aspirations of the people? There's what we call comparative analysis. And in handling aspirations as a leader, you embark on national integration. There's no part of this country that is not blessed. We have oil in the south. We have discovered oil in the north. How can we maximize? And also, you talk about dynamism in leadership. The world is changing. You can see what happened towards this election, the cash crunch and things like that. So how can you leverage on it? How can you translate the nation beyond where we are? Talking about dynamism. At a time, the cancer of ethnicity almost consumed Rwanda. And a leader came that said, no, we have to put a stop to this journey. And he started a new narrative. And today, we can see the reflection. It's one of the fastest growing economies in Africa. Then you talk about emotional intelligence. It's very, very important. You are managing people. We are diversified. We have our potentials, you see. And constitutionally, Nigeria belongs to all of us. So how can we ensure that we, amplify the motto of the country: unity, faith, peace, and progress? Those are 4 basic doors that should be open. When you unite the people, they have faith in Project Nigeria. When there is peace, there will be progress. And of course, insecurity and everything, you work on that. And the last one after emotional intelligence is being responsive. When you are responsive, you are, acknowledged to be responsible. People have their yearnings, they are obvious across the nation, in all regions. And if we put all this together, and being responsive means, who are the oil thieves? Can we deal with them? And the vice president-elect promised to handle insecurity. So when you put all this together, and we are rejoicing, we have power supply, we bring down the inflation, the tax regime is friendly, we attract foreign direct investments, we stabilize our forex community and things like that, then you begin to see a new Nigeria that is desired.
All right. Ziggy, we know that there's always the talk of the American dream, even though many Americans don't even know what the dream is, but there's the talk about the American dream. Everybody looks forward to the American dream. Some are living it, others don't even know what the American dream is about, but they believe in it. But when they want to talk about progress and the Americanness, the American dream is kicked in. Now, in Nigeria, we may not have crafted any slogan in that regard, but everything boils down to the fact that everyone wants a good living condition and all of that, taking Nigeria back to the leadership position around the region, the continent, and even around the world, where Nigeria is a country that wields a lot of influence across the globe. As it is right now, what do you think that has to be put in place, the physical things, the policy thing that has to be put in place to bring Nigeria back? Recall that in the First Republic, Nigeria was so respected by countries around the world. How do we go back to that state?
I thank for this opportunity. I congratulate His Excellency Bola Tinubu on the successes he had recorded. Jide had been able to reel out most of the things that are needed to be done in order to actualize or effectuating the present issues. Like you said, we shouldn't wait until he's sworn in. Already he's unofficial president, okay, and because he has moved to the official lodge, and I think that's where in the next few months, before the proper swearing in, he has opportunity to be able to dream about Nigeria. He has been around. Okay, and someone who has been around for over how many years wouldn't be able to tell us any story whether he knows about the country or not. The Nigerian problem is very, very obvious. So more so this period when everything seems to be very out to even the blind to see. His coming at this point is a testament that really he knows what the problem is and he should be able to tackle it headlong. The starting point is now. To me, he should assume that he has been sworn in and he should kick the issue. He should start the work now. In the book, Renew the Hope, he has so many agenda. He has so many things he has imputed. So many of the things you read from the Renewed Hope is his ideas. Okay,
his manifesto.
Yes, his manifesto is his ideas. So that means he knows what the problem of this country is. More so when we this now. He has a lot. His hands are full, and he should be able to begin to open from the first page of that book and graduate to it. Yes, we might not have a perfect situation, but whatever thing he makes out of the troubles we are in now would speak a lot. He has talked about being responsive and the responsibility the people will see from what he does. Being responsive has a lot to do because you have to listen to the yearnings of the people. The people are not actually, all the regions of the country are polarized by one issue or the other and all that. So at this point, you should be able to get the good heads that would synchronize all the problems into smaller units and begin to shred them one after the other. Okay, what we played with the oppositions is giving this period a chance so that there will be diversionary issues and all that. Because there are situations when they are introduced into the already troubled state, it makes matters worse. Okay? And because you don't govern a state that is not together. You govern a situation that is manageable. So leaving it at that, we should be able to hold him to his words. I've spoken in many fora where I said we should keep that book handy. So that at every point in time...
I mean the manifesto.
Yes, the manifesto. At every point in time, we say, Mr. President, this is where we are now. You've promised this. Because every strata of this economy was touched by him. In that book, every situation of this country was highlighted. And he gave approaches how he's going to approach them, how he's going to tackle them headlong and all that. We are not saying it's going to be easy for him because we know how this country is, but there are, to an extent, a way he could go around it. Okay, so his hands are full. His hands are terribly filled, and he must do something very urgently. So the moment he is turning, then he should hit the ground running.
Okay. Well, Jide, this election